الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I don't know if there's
No, sick. This,
any sisters are there? Yeah. There is. Are they able to see? Are they able to see? Ah, good. Unable to see. Okay.
no. No.
The brother is saying here, you can watch it on YouTube. Live now.
Live now.
Is it live now?
No,
What they do?
it's on. It's live now.
Yeah, but how do they got anything? Bricks and Masjid TV?
No.
Okay. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. We don't have a long time for Isha, sorry, Maghrib prayer. I think it's about 9, 12 or something like this, before 9:15. So it is very tight. The session of the Hajj are going to be divided inshallah into 2 sessions. Session number 1, this one, and next week. And there will be no classes after next week, so next week will be the last class. Following class will be after the 7th of September. So please mark that down. So if we just look at the calendar now, there will be just next week class, and then the following class will be on Thulatha, the 10th of September. Okay, the 10th of September. بإذن الله. Still not be disclosed. Inshallah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن. Today, inshallah, we will describe as much as we can from the Hajj seminar, and hopefully we'll finish the Umrah, and then we will go onto the Hajj next week. So what we will be doing, a bit of introduction, some of the important issues, and preparation. And also, we'll be talking about the place of the Hajj, where is Hajj to be performed, and we're going to talk about the Umrah step by step. Then staying in Mecca and your Hajj step by step, that will be next week, but please be here promptly at 8 o'clock so we can finish the Hajj, inshallah. And if you came at 8 o'clock, we will, bi'idhnillah, make as well Medina. Medina is not part of the Hajj, but you will be going to Medina, inshallah, and you need to know the etiquettes of visiting the Medina. Of the excellence of the Hajj, Prophet ﷺ, he said, he who does Hajj and does not commit any obscenity or commit any evil will return as sinless as a newborn child. So basically, the Hajj will clean you completely. Now, you want to have the PowerPoint presentation. If you haven't got it, by the way, every time I update this just a bit. There was an update which is a complete one, but I lost it, subhanAllah. But inshallah will be, so every time you update your PowerPoint presentation, if you haven't got it, as I said, just ask somebody. All of this to do with hadith regarding the Hajj. Now, for those who has capability, financial capability, and physical capability, they need to visit the Haram at least once every 5 years. Otherwise, after all I said, you are deprived. You are missing something. Mahroom, deprived from the barakah, deprived. Every 5 years, you visit the Haram, whether it is a Hajj or Umrah. Your goal is Hajj Mabrur. Hajj Mabrur is an acceptable Hajj. A Hajj which is following the Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, and a Hajj which is also, that is followed by no disobedience, followed by obedience. So it's conducted with full sincerity, and this is the Hajj. Another dimension of the Hajj, Birrul Hajji, It'am al-Ta'am wa also good words and providing food, spreading the good words and providing the food for the poor people, the pilgrim, as well from the Hajj and Umrah. Important issue regarding the Hajj, you need to know that the Hajj is the fifth pillar, and it's compulsory upon you to do once. Hajj, that's with consensus. As for Umrah, some of us call this not compulsory, but correct opinion is actually Hajj and Umrah are to be done once and once in your life, and the obligation is to be as soon as you have all the conditions are fulfilled. So once you have the conditions fulfilled, you need to perform the Hajj straight away. You may not postpone it unless there is some necessity that may be to postpone it, like marriage, and you are in desperation for marriage. If you are a Muslim, an adult and sane and free, and you have the capability, the health, the safety, the transport, you have the food, and you have no excuse to, for example, you're scared of imprisonment, child leader, and for the case of the women, they have to have a husband or a man. The mahram has to fulfill the following three conditions: male, and adult, and sane. He could be a non-Muslim, doesn't matter, could be the father, he's non-Muslim, he could be a mahram. But remember, you're going to Hajj, you're going to go to Mecca, and non-Muslims are not allowed to enter Mecca. The important issue as well that the woman, regarding the woman, that the woman, she needs to have permission for her husband or her father, but if she had fulfilled her conditions and she's capable of doing Hajj, then she has no obligation upon her to do the Hajj if she hasn't got a mahram. Let's say she's got a mahram, then we would say it's recommended for you to take the permission from your husband or your father, but if he doesn't let you do so, I wouldn't really suggest for you to go ahead and make the Hajj, or verily that person will prevent you, whether it's the husband or the father, he will be sinning. If she's on her menses and she did the Hajj, no problem. She does everything except for the following three things: the tawaf and the sa'i, and pray. The children, we don't really advise for you to take the children with you, because they're going to be a burden on the children, a burden upon you as well. So leave the children, but if the child makes Hajj, then there is a reward for him, so that the child will be rewarded. Remember, the child will have everything good recorded for him, but nothing will be recorded against him. So the angel on the right, he will write everything good that the child does. From the angel on the left, he will not write anything until he becomes an adult. SubhanAllah. So imagine this child, if he's raised up in a good house, righteous house, and he's been making the hifz of the Quran and making Hajj and Umrah and all of that. So while he's there, he's doing that, his meter is still going on, mashallah. So by the time he reaches his puberty, mashallah, he's got lots of good deeds. No sins whatsoever. Zero on the left hand, zero, no sins whatsoever. That's why the child is brought up in a healthy environment. He is a fortunate child. Now, if the child is old enough, then he would be taught, if he's a baby, he can't repeat, then you do that on his behalf. Right. Preparation for the Hajj, make sure that you're doing the Hajj with sincerity. You're not going there for a title. And make sure that you learn those things which are to do with the Hajj and Umrah. You're attending, mashallah, the class to learn. A booklet of dua with you would be good. And that's everything now available on your mobile. Mobile will have everything. Learn about Salat al-Janazah, because you're going to pray lots of Salat al-Janazah, and the Salat as well. Learn about the Salat al-Safar. Now, you know that some of the people, when they go to the Hajj, they look for the cheapest package. That's not really the case should be. The case should be that you look for the one which includes somebody who will, fulfill your needs. For example, a scholar, student of knowledge. So whenever you need a question, you ask, you benefit from it. Otherwise, you're going to go there and just end up buying blankets and shopping around. So it's better to go with a person who will teach you more than what these companies will teach you just for the sake of just knowing. Learn rules of the safar, we said. Learn the etiquette of visiting the graves. Medical checkup is very important. Right. The debts, it is not a condition for you to be a debt-free, but treat the debt to be seriously. You're allowed to take a loan to do Hajj, no problem, but it is disliked because Hajj is going to be compulsory unless you are capable financially. But if you think your money is at the moment in assets and all of that, and once you come back, you're going to feel the assets and you're going to pay back, there's no problem, inshallah, then do the Hajj. Right. What to take your documents, this is all of it to the company. Well, when you back, remember to be light. Everything there is already. The necessary thing is your prescription, you're ill, and always choose things to be light. Because remember, everything is in Saudi Arabia. Now, the essential things that you're going to Hajj, if you're going directly to Jeddah, you need to buy the 2 sets of towels because you're going to put them before you board the plane, or you're going to put them on board the plane. But you cannot land in Jeddah while you have no ihram, because you're going to be presumed or assumed ihram on board the plane. But if you go to Medina, and there is no need for you to worry about the towel, you go buy them in Medina to prepare yourself before you go and cross the miqat. Traveling belts is very important. You can have these bags or whatever. Okay, then clothing, comfortable clothes. Shalwat, kameez, thobe. The women, any normal clothes, as long as they're not, things that would see through or show the shape. Is that inside that masjid? No? It's inside the masjid or outside? Brothers, can you just switch off the phones, please? We've got enough sirens outside. Do you have another siren on the phone? I don't know why. Okay, socks are important for those who are doing voluntary tawaf. If you are a woman, of course you have to have socks. For the women, you're not allowed to have socks while they are inside the ihram, but after when they are making voluntary tawaf, not the tawaf while they are having the ihram clothes, the socks will help you a lot. Right. Okay. Slippers, you could have this, you could have that, you could have this. All of that is allowed. You could have your normal shoes. There's no problem about it. Okay? Not allowed, you don't have khuf. The khuf. But there's socks made of leather, socks made of kind of shoes and all of that, no problem. Okay? So don't worry about it. This is the back, the strap to the back. Everything is allowed for that. No proof. Fine. Mainly, you take as well for sleeping for the night almost there. If I ask your company, they're going to provide you with this, and have something to sleep on because there's nothing there almost there to sleep on except for the floor. And it's really hardest night. Hardest night. Especially this time, really hot. The heat coming out to you from that little piece of blanket. For those who can't sleep with the noise, earplugs are very important. Eye covers as well. Sometimes, sharing a room, people might not really put the lights off. People are snoring heavily. So these things will be helpful. Okay. One of the important things as well, you're going to sweat. And if you are chubby, you're going to have irritation between your skin. So make sure that you have lubrication between your legs near the private part. Otherwise, you're going to be walking like a duck or a penguin. Okay, it's going to be hard. So lubricate properly. After you clean, lubricate. Always. Always. Small bag for your, I think it's going to be given to you by the company, but you haven't got it, please bring it. That is for your slippers. You don't want to put your slippers and come back and you don't find them. Especially the good slippers. You don't think that there's no stealing in the haram. No, they'll make fat for themselves. So they come back with your crooks are gone. You're crooked. A crook had taken the crook with that shoes of yours. Small bag for pebbles as well. Communication, your mobile, If you have a special charger, then bring it with you. Otherwise, everything's available there. But bring your charger and everything. Some of the people bring our bank. Very good. Very good. You need that in Muzdalifah. Mina, Muzdalifah, everywhere. All these areas. Arafah. Mina, Muzdalifah, you need a power bank. So if you are a person who's WhatsApping all of that, we need to read. So I don't really encourage anybody to WhatsApp except with the system. Going there not to use your mobile. Right, make sure to stay off your mobile when you're in the masjid. Right, patience, very important to be patient. You learn lots of things to reckon. Makes you lose your patience easily. You're going to end up maybe in a fist fight. All this up. Some people, everything to that, just to the edge, go to punch him in the face because he's idiot. So idiot, lots of them. You are a person who should not be in that. Keep away. A little bit of argumentation is no problem, but don't go into too much of it. A little bit of debate with the person who's no problem. La jidal means argumentation with no benefit. But you are benefiting the person who's benefiting, no problem. You talk. Otherwise, I think this is not correct. This is right. I'm talking about an example. So you tell the person, brother, I don't think this is correct. You do this like that. You do it, no problem, Fine. These definitions, we don't need them. Months of the Hajj are the 3 months, which are the last 3 months in the Islamic calendar. Shawwal, Dhul Qa'dah, Dhul Hijj. As for the days of the Hajj, they are all of them in the month of Dhul Hijj. So if this is the month of the Hajj, so why do we need to have Shawwal and Dhul Qa'dah in it? If all the days of the Hajj are in Dhul Hijj, the last month. Because if you're doing Hajj Qiran or Hajj Tamattu, which Umrah is included, you may start your Umrah in Shawwal. Or you may not start your Umrah in Ramadan. So you start your Umrah in Shawwal, then you're able to do Hajj Tamattu. So your Hajj, your Umrah in Shawwal will be included for your Hajj. You can make Shawwal Umrah and you remove your clothes and you do whatever you like until the 8th day. That's why they call it the months of Hajj. The months of Hajj. The Hajj itself starts on the 8th. So your Umrah starts. Before that, you do your Hajj from the 8th. From the 8th. You start the day of the Talbiyah, between the Mina, 9th, and Arafah. Then Mina, then Arafah, and then after that, you Muzdalifah during the night. 10th, 11th, and the 12th. Then Mina, and also making your Tawaf al-Ifada, Kaaba. Those 3 days, the last 3 days, they call them the days of the Tashriq. You may leave by the 12th, and the best is to leave by the 13th. These are the days of the Tashriq that follow the day of Eid al-Adha. Right. Kinds of Hajj, there are 3 types of Hajj. Tamattu', Qiran, Ifrad. Don't do except for the Tamattu', which is Umrah first, take off your clothes, and when the 8th day of the Hajj starts, you make the Hajj. But there is Hajj Ifrad for those who are Makkeen. Makkeen, they don't have Umrah. People are in Mecca. Meccan residents. Prophet did Qiran because he did not have an alternative. He didn't know that you could do Tamattu'. If he knew, he would have never taken with him the Hadi, sacrificial animal. When he took the sacrificial animal for him from Medina to Mecca, that's why he couldn't take off his Ihram, because Allah says, حَتَّى يَبْلُغَ الْهَدْيُ مَحِيلًا. You cannot take off your Ihram until the sacrificial reaches his place, which is the slaughter. So you have to stay until he makes Hajj. So he made Qiran. And he commanded the other companions, who did not bring the sacrificial animal, to take off their clothes and resume Hajj on the 8th day. And make this called Tamattu'. Tamattu' means Umrah first, and stop, then Hajj. Hajj Qiran and Hajj Tamattu' they require sacrificial animal, whereas Mufrid does not require him. It is not correct that you say, I'll do Ifrad just to run away from the Hadi, and after I finish my Hajj, I'll do more after that. It's not correct to do that. Some of the people, they said, I don't want to sacrifice, so I do sanctified. And I'm not going to be deprived from the Umrah. After I finish the Hajj, I go to Umrah. That's not it. Location of the Hajj, Mawaqit. These are the Mawaqit which have been set. You can't cross them unless you declare state of Ihram. These are Mawaqit. Number one, Dhul Hulayfa, for those who are coming from Medina or any place coming from that area. Al-Juhfa, coming from North Africa, Syria, from whatever, even the people. Al-Juhfa, they call it Rabigh. Datu Irq, coming from Iraq or any direction from there. Qamr al-Mazin, coming from Riyadh, United States of Emirates. Yalamlam, coming from Yemen. Those are the 5 places. And each one indicates how far they are. The farthest is the Dhul Hulayfa, and Dhul Hulayfa is a special miqat because it's got a valley, and this valley, as it's called Al-Aqiq, is a blessed valley. If you make Umrah from there, or you Hajj from there, and you are doing it by land, not by plane, then it is from the Sunnah to pray 2 rak'ah. These 2 rak'ah you pray for the barakah of the valley are mixed up for some people by 2 rak'ah of Ihram. There is no such thing called 2 rak'ah for Ihram. This 2 rak'ah, if you just only make one your Ihram from where? From Dhul. So you go to Medina first, and then you make Ihram from there by the coach. The coach will stop you there and you make it. Haram of Mecca. Haram means a sanctuary. It is been made for Mecca by Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. This sanctuary's got places where it indicates this is the Haram. And this Haram is to be respected in the following manner. The plants must not be cut. There's no trees to be cut, except for the grass. Game must not be frightened. No game should be hunted. Articles must not be picked up except by someone who's going to give it to the lost and found office. Not to bear arms for fighting. And these restrictions apply also to the Medina. This is the pillar verifying to indicate this is the beginning of the Haram. So meaning that car inside the Haram, and the picture has been taken now. The camera is outside the Haram. So this is to indicate, the beginning of the Haram. You'll find that on these areas. This is the map of Haram of Mecca. So this is the Kaaba, this is the Arafah, and this is Mina. You can see here, Arafah is one of the borders. All these stars are the borders of the Haram. And they are as follows. And remember, all the 3 areas are inside the Haram, which is Mina, Muzdalifah, and Mecca. Except for Arafah, it's outside the Haram. It's the border. Let's see. That's Mecca. See Arafah here. Sabah Libn, Nakhla, Irana, Tan'im, and Hudaybiyah. These are the distance of those places from the Haram to indicate the Haram. Why do we need to know the Haram? Well, I need to know the Haram because of the respect that is not to cut, not to hunt, not to fight in the games. Okay. Now, the Mawaqid in the Haram. The Mawaqid is the most important thing, which is, that's the Haram, and now that's the Mawaqid. You cannot cross these Mawaqid if you are intending Hajj or Umrah until you assume the Ihram. You may not pass until you assume Ihram. Okay. Here's something here I just want to show you. Jeddah is not a border. It's not a miqat. You landed in Jeddah, and if you're not assumed Ihram, you have to take a coach or a taxi and go back to the place where you came from. You came from, for example, by plane, maybe you pass through Al-Juhfa, you have to go back to Al-Juhfa. Rather, you go to Al-Juhfa. But if the plane came from this side, then you come to Yalamlam. But you don't choose the one which is what closest to you. Because Yalamlam is closer to Mecca. Al-Juhfa is far away. You go to the area which is where your plane come from. Dua al-Safar, now Umrah step by step. The summary is as follows. Ihram, لبيك اللهم بعمرة, and your Ihram clothes. Tawaf on the Kaaba, Sa'i between Safa and Marwa, and cutting the hair. That's the Umrah. So you are a person coming from outside the area of A, which is all of us. Then you have to make the Ihram once you cross the border. If you are flying, the pilot will tell you when you approach, and he will tell you. He will tell you about 2 minutes before, 3 minutes, because you have to do it, because the plane is fast. But you do it before rather than the after. If you're after, you have to go back to land after the plane and go take a taxi, and no problem to do it 2, 3, 5 minutes before. If you are within the miqat, inside, you don't go out. You just go from there. But if you are in the area C, which is Mecca, Haram, then there is no Umrah. You Hajj only. Preparation for the Ihram, recommended, shower. So before you go on board of the plane, you go to Jeddah, have a ghusl here. This ghusl with the intention of Ihram. I would say prepare yourself, cutting the nails and all. Prepare yourself, but it's not really something essential. Vaseline, lubrication, all of that. Perfume yourself. Sheikh Al-Albani, when he used to go through the Umrah, the Hajj, sorry. The person who's next to him, the student, before they resume the Ihram, before they resume the Ihram, they put the bottle of perfume on his head. MashaAllah, he's drinking perfume. But not on the clothes of what?
Ihram.
The Ihram. This is all of it before you start Ihram, because after Ihram you can't put perfume. Put your clothes of Ihram, pray your prescribed prayer. If you're coming Dhuhr, pray your Dhuhr, pray your Asr, whatever. So make sure that you pray your prayer. Pray the 2 rak'ah making Ihram from the Qibla, as we will explain. Now, up to this point, it's all of it preparation. But once you say the following words, then you are in the state of Ihram. Now remember, your intention is already being done years ago. Maybe you've done it to prepare from now for next year. That's your intention. But you're resuming the Ihram and saying, Labbaik Allahumma bi Umrah. Here I am, O Allah, intending Umrah. From this point, now you are in a state of Ihram. Whatever was made, whether permissible for you before, it becomes prohibited, like putting perfume, cutting the hair, and covering the head, and all of that for the men. For the women, the same thing. It's not allowed for them to put perfume, for example, not allowed to cut the hair. Okay. Also, it is recommended to add the following two things. Allahumma umratan la riya fiha wa la sum'ah. Allahumma mahilli haythu habasta. First one means, O Allah, I intend the Umrah without showing up. Second one means, O Allah, I declare a state of no ihram wherever you're straining. If it's possible to put the lights on the other side, is it possible to put the other side?
No.
No? Lights.
No, it's possible.
That side. Not this side. This side. This side. Siraj, if you know what they are.
He knows.
Second dua is Allahumma mahilli haythu habasta. Because people go into prayer, you know. Like going. Yeah, that's it. Exactly. Much better. Allahumma mahilli haythu habastani. That's the better to say. Some of the scholars say only if you are ill or you're vulnerable. Not actually say it, because if you say it, in case something happened to you, break a leg, break an arm, and all you have to do is just pick up the arm clothes and put them on clothes and go home. If you didn't say these words, you may not do so. If you did, then 2 things will apply upon you. Penalty, slaughter an animal. Number 2, you have to do it following you. So you have to replace a Hajj straight away. Because if you said these words, there's no penalty. So it's a Hajj voluntary, you don't have to do a Hajj voluntary. Say Hajj obligatory, then you do it whenever you are ready again. Say these words. O Allah, I declare state of no ihram wherever you restrain me, that means wherever something had happened to me. Start your talbiyah aloud. لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك لا شريك له. And keep repeating. You could as well say لبيك إله الحق, لبيك إله الحق. In loud voice. As much as you can. I'm not saying to harm yourself. But when you make that be allowed, I think by 2 hours you lose your voice. And that's no problem, that's the best. You could as well make these following talbiyahs with it, لبيك ذا المعارف, لبيك ذا الفواب. But the main 2 ones, which is لبيك اللهم لبيك, لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك, إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك. That's number 1. Number 2, لبيك إله الحمد. These ones you can add them. لبيك وسعديك والخير بيديك والرغباء إليك والعمل ولبيك مرغوبا أو مرغوبا لبيك ذا النعماء والفضل الحسن. طيب. It's permissible to mix your talbiyah as well with لا إله إلا الله. طيب. Obligatory to say the talbiyah aloud as well, but كمان to say it louder when you go uphill, downhill. Say the talbiyah in a low voice in case it's sweet. As for women, they do the talbiyah between themselves, the voice as well, as long as there's no fitna. This talbiyah stays all the way from the miqat until you are in Mecca. If everything is prepared for you, you could do it all the way up to the Muslim Haram. Saying talbiyah in shouting groups together is not correct. Each person is his own. But if you synchronize with another person, like the Muslim, by no pre-plan, no problem. So we're not saying, for example, don't synchronize, that means, brother start. That break Allah, then I will start after that. We'll make it tell you. Or they come together. So when Abdullah like normal, you can talbiyah loud, people used to make talbiyah when they hear their voices. So somehow, some of the voices will synchronize. Talbiyah is very laudable, and everything will be talbiyah with trees, stones, as the Prophet said, on your left and your right. Right, for women, as we said, women on their height, or fast, they make the talbiyah, they make up all their Allah, everything. You do not pray, you do not make tawaf. Right. Things which are not allowed to be done after the state of the Ihram. Number 1, for the men, clothing. You cannot wear any sewn clothes such as shirt, turban, fully cloak, trousers, underwear, socks, or both. Sewn materials in themselves are okay, but those garments are made to fit the limbs are not allowed. So listen to me. I could use this cloth as on clothes if I use it to wrap myself in. You understand? I'm not like this, put it where I put the head through and I put the sleeve. I can just use it as a towel, wrap myself with. Jacket. If I use a jacket just as a towel, instead of putting my hands in the sleeves, the jacket becomes like a towel, no problem. Some of them unzip it, no problem. So you understand that? That's what it means. So means don't use something which is being fit for a limb, like gloves as well. They're not allowed. Right. Women can wear any normal clothes that she does wear them normally, but without specifying colors or shapes or whatever for Hajj. And they're not allowed to put the niqab, the veil. They want to cover their faces. And there is no, when there's the presence of men, there's no men, uncover their faces. There's men, it's a cloth, they'll go down. Just go down. Some of the women, they put like a cap, they want to make it away from their faces. No need to do that. And that cap will drag attention. And that cap will drag the attention of the men. Honestly, what we don't do. Don't wrap like this in the niqab. Niqab is actually it's to tie it. Okay. Prohibition of the ihram also. Fragrance, you should not perfume yourself with clothes. Clear cleansing, you should not remove any hair from anywhere. The body should not clip your nails. I always emphasize regarding the cleansing, removal of the hair if you're going Hajj. some of you are going to go on their own and leave some out of their families here. So when you go, they're going to have two sacrificial animals to be performed. One for themselves for the Hajj, because he brought another person with him to be two Hajj there. And he left part of his family here, he has to leave all here for it. All it has to do with in this country where their family is. And if you're not able to do that, you can keep it in any country. You make it where you want. So when you make the Udhiyah, as the head of the family, the Prophet ﷺ said, as soon as you see the Hilal of the Hijjah, that's the day number one, the night before, once you see the Hilal, present in the Hijjah, the month, and you have an Udhiyah to slaughter, then this head of the family may not cut his nails and cut his hair from anywhere, and on top of that, he may not peel off his skin. But we know that he's going to be performing now Umrah. He's performing Umrah in the days of the Hijjah. Once he finishes Umrah, he needs to cut what? His hair. He's allowed to cut his hair, not his nails, and not peel off his skin. So once he cut his hair, he's allowed to put perfume, he's allowed to put his normal clothes. But because he has got the Udhiyah yet, he cannot peel off his skin, nor cut his nails, until what? The Udhiyah is slaughtered. Is that understood? So for those who are capable of making their Hajj and their Hadi and their Udhiyah, and they must not cut their hair, their nails, or their peeling of the skin, and they only can cut the hair if they have to do perform the Umrah within the days of the Hijjah. Some of them maybe do the Umrah before that. He did it before the Hijjah. If he made Umrah within the days of the Hijjah, then he has to cut his hair. Right. From the prohibition as well, sexual intercourse, and wedding, and hunting, and you should not assist anybody to hunt. You should not kill animals except those who hunt them. You could be eating from a hunted animal, not for you. If somebody hunted an animal for somebody else, or for himself, it's not considered haram. You're allowed to eat from it. But if it's been hunted for you, you're not allowed. Or you've assisted somebody, you're not allowed. You're allowed to kill anything harmful, like snakes, scorpions, lice, mice. Fishing is out. Now, this expiation, I'm going to leave that because it's time, right? If you take it, inshallah, when we do the Hajj seminar. Permissible things in Ihram, those are all of them permissible. No harm in using umbrella, no harm in carrying your bag on top of your head, not for the sake of shading, for carrying your baggage. No harm to your sandals that do not cover the ankles. If you have only shoes that cover the ankles, then no need for you to cut them below the ankle. In cold season, you're not allowed, okay, to put a jacket on without putting your hands through the sleeves. Remember, if you are sleeping, don't cover your head by your ihram clothes. Alright? You're sleeping. Right? It's always good. Head has to be uncovered. Wear a ring or watch, no problem. Wearing a hearing aid, speech aid, eyeglasses, contact lenses, using shampoos and all of those things. It doesn't have to be, we call it what, fragrance free? Just any shampoo. It's called apple shampoo, banana shampoo. Washing your ihram garment, putting new ones, no problem. A belt that keeps your money, no problem. Using mask, face for necessity, like dust and virus, no problem. No harm to touch the black stone, even if it is perfume. No harm to shake the hand of someone who's perfume. Pitfalls of Ihram, crossing the miqat without Ihram. This violates the wajib. Thinking that Ihram is putting two towels, no. Making intention of Hajj or Umrah, or both, is the essence of the Ihram. So if you put your clothes here, doesn't mean you're outside of Ihram. Thinking it is sunnah to make 2 rak'ah before Ihram, no. This is only when you are making Ihram from the grave. Thinking that ghusl or wudu is a condition for the Ihram, no. It is sunnah and the Ihram is valid without. So You can make your labbaik Allahumma bi Umrah without even wudu. Insan doesn't have to have wudu to say. It's not a salah. Uncovering the right shoulder at the Ihram and during all Hajj is bid'ah. Not correct. Well, you can't uncover, because some of the people, they have to straight away, as soon as they put their Ihram clothes, from here, they think it's part of the Hajj to uncover their right shoulder. You only do it when you are making the tawaf and the hudum, if you can explain it. The first tawaf, 7 rounds, first tawaf. And after that, there is no uncovering the shoulder. Some people, they cover the right shoulder all the way. Because they haven't done. Pitfalls of Ihram, thinking that anything that has stitches is forbidden. No, only sewn closely to fit the limbs which are forbidden. And thinking, that the menses that we cannot assume Ihram, or pass miqat. No Hajj ritual, the only Hajj ritual that women are not allowed to do is to perform the tawaf and the prayer. Women thinking that Ihram requires particular clothes or white clothes. No, it's not correct. Starting the Hajj or Umrah and cooking before completing it is not correct. After Ihram is made, the Hajj or Umrah must be completed regardless of whether it is Fard Hajj or nothing. Going to the Masjid Haram, somebody who talks a lot like this with the t-shirt. Right. Okay. Let's go to the Kaaba. This shows you how much is the circumference when you make the tawaf. Right, this is the new image of the Kaaba. Right, can anybody tell me where is the black stone corner in this image? It's not easy, by the way, unless you've been there. Anyone can tell me where is the black stone corner? Okay, I'm going to number them. This one is number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4.
Number 1. Number 3. Number 2. Number 1. Number 2. How do you get in?
You decide what is number 1? Number 1 is there. And 2 is here. 3 is here. And 4 is here.
Number 2. Number 1.
Is it noticeable, by the way?
No.
Yes. Number?
Number 1.
Number?
It's number 2.
Correct, because you can see the hijab. That's the hijab here.
Can't see anything. It's difficult, man.
And that's the safa. You see the safa? And always black stone is opposite to the safa. You see that? Yeah? So that little thing there is what? Maqam
Ibrahim.
Ibrahim. And curry as well? Some curry? Right. We're going to make inshallah, wait, straight away. This is the Kaaba. Please put your finger up if you've never been there at all. So have you never been there? Put your finger up. Okay, the ones who haven't been there, please, will you be there? Yes? No, I'm not asking you to go out. For those who hasn't been there, you're going to answer the questions, okay? So please focus. Right. That's the Kaaba. Okay? And this Kaaba is being built at the time of Ibrahim alayhi salam with the help of Ismail. From there all the way and including that semicircle. See that? So these two corners are supposed to be here. Alright? So there's no such thing that you make a tawaf by making a shortcut from here. It has to be around that one circle. So why is that semicircle? That semicircle because of the flood took place at the time of the Prophet of Allah, time of Quraysh. And they wanted to rebuild the Kaaba. And there's a story about it. To cut it short, they were not able to rebuild the whole of it. Why? Because they wanted to build it from halal money. They know they've got haram money, subhanAllah. They've got gambling money and all of that. So they wanted to build the Kaaba only from the halal sources. And the halal sources was not enough to build the whole Kaaba. They built 2/3. And they left 1/3 and were able to build it from haram. But look, even the mushrikeen, kuffar, but they respect the haram. And they built this semicircle because they know that they couldn't really finish up the last thing. That's what the story about it. Right. So this is they call it al-hashim, the destroyed, al-hatim, or they call it al-hijr, but wrongly called Hijr Ismail. When I was a kid, we called Hijr Ismail. Why did you think that Ismail alayhi salam used to be in that corner, and he was living in that corner, and he was being left in that corner? It's not correct. Ismail alayhi salam, when he came with his mother and the little baby, okay, there was no Kaaba there. Alright? So it's wrong to say Hijr Ismail. Hijr. Fine. Please focus for the ones who are not being there. This is going to be, inshallah, showing to you. I'm going to switch off this, do the prayer, and ask you after the prayer. Is that okay? So focus. Door of the Kaaba. Maqam Ibrahim. What is Maqam Ibrahim? It's a stone that the Prophet Ibrahim said to go on top of it in order to start building. Because he took him years to build the Kaaba, he left a mark. That stone was next to the Kaaba. Don't you ever think that the stone was here and probably laying out next to the ordinary hand? It was there next to the Kaaba. And he pushed later on the time of the Khilafah to make room for the people who are doing what? Tawaf. So that Hajar is being put there. This is where the trace of the foot of Ibrahim. Allah is honorable. وَاتَّخِذُوا مِن مَقَامِ إِبْرَاهِيمَ مُصَلًى. Take from the station of Ibrahim a place for prayer. Right. But it's not allowed. This is like a golden, dome. Yeah? Not allowed for you to go and kiss and you don't have to go and look at it. The people kiss it with their love. We're going to see it. Al-Hijr, this is the name. Al-Hijr al-Hatim. This is the black stone corner. Black stone is the white stone which came from the heaven. It's called black because it turned into color black. Because of the sins of the shirk of the kuffar. When they have rebuilt the Kaaba and they came to the black stone, who's going to place it? It's an honorable thing. They had a dispute. And then they agreed, for the person who enters from that gate, to settle the dispute. It was Muhammad before he had the revelation. Straight away that he is the trustworthy, accepted him, and he had solved the dispute by bringing a piece of cloth, big one, putting a stone in it, and then asked for each representative from each tribe to hold an end of that sheet. And they carried it all the way to the wall where the Prophet, with his own hands, as it had, he is the one who put it in. Prophet Muhammad. Quickly, that's the Yemeni corner. Called Yemeni because it's facing Yemen. And that's the Shami corner, but it's not a corner, by the way. Remember, this is in the middle of the house, 2/3 of the house. And it's because it's facing Sham, Syria and Jordan, all over this. And this one It is Iraqi corner facing Iraq. Okay? So these are the four corners. Okay? So this is to Zamzam Tap, and this is to Safa, and this is to Marwa. Okay? People who have been there? Look at it properly? Right. I'm not going to ask you about Fahd Gate. Okay? So let's just now go to the prayer trial.
Haji.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله هيا على الصلاة هيا على الصلاة هيا على الفلاح هيا على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
Yeah.